Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Amanda Rose, and in today's video I am going to be sharing with you guys my November favorites. Some things are going to be the same and some of them are going to be new. I'm not going to BS you guys and tell you that I really love this product and I didn't use it, because I'm like a creature of habit in some way, where if I love something, I'm going to use it time after time after time again. But before we do get started, please subscribe to my channel for beauty and lifestyle. Also, don't forget to click the post notification bell just to be notified when my videos do go live. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay guys, so like I mentioned, I do have a few maybe like 3 or 4 things that have already been favorites before, beauty favorites. The one product that I have been using a lot of lately, because I've been trying to step out of my comfort zone with setting sprays, I've been using the Item Beauty One Hit Prime Set and Refresh Dewy Finish Face Mist. I've been using this to hydrate my face and to prime up my face as well, just like an added extra step. I really love this one because the mister is not as fine as say the Morphe setting spray or the Benefit one, but it is a fine enough mist that it does work really well and it covers the whole surface area. This one has been in my routine a lot lately. I've been trying to use a lot more lately than the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter is the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand. This one is in Dream. Now this one is my skin tone. I wanted something that was very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury so that I could just wear it on its own. So for this one, I just put this on my forehead, on my nose, chin, and the top of the cheekbone area. And it does a really good job of giving you that luminous finish with a tint of color. I really do like the consistency of this stuff. I don't see enough people talking about it. It is beautiful. It's got a nice sheen to it. It's not as glowy as the Flawless Filter, but it still has a nice glow to it. This blends out really well. It's not super streaky. If anything at all, it's not as slippery as the Flawless Filter. Next, we have brows. You guys already know I literally use this all the time. It works so well in my brows. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze is always going to be in my routine. I'm obsessed with it. I cannot stop using it. My brows, like, I kind of like that feather look with it being like not too feathered, because if like my brows are naturally thick, so if I go too high, they just look ridiculous. They do feather up just a little bit, but this holds so well. But I don't really need to talk about this because I use this a lot. For filling in my brows in the areas that I need it in, I have been using the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat in Natural Black. Now this one's really nice because it feels of quality. One, it just feels really nice. Two, the tip of it is very interesting. It is kind of like the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It was kind of like a triangle, but it's way smaller, and it is much easier to get those hair-like strokes or very thin strokes that you want. The consistency of this is not dry like the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's more of a waxy type finish, but it's not too waxy. It's just creamy, but it doesn't get everywhere. I got this in my Octoly. I'm kind of sad because I know that I'm running out and I don't want to spend the money to get it because I spend too much money on makeup, but this product is so good. I will go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Fix. This is in clear. I will either go in with this before or I will go in after, like even after using the brow freeze, I will go in with this because I like the brush on this. The brush is very small, it's compact, it's a lot smaller than the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. The only reason why I'm comparing it to the ABH ones is because that's the one that I've used the most of, and it just gets every single brow and it evens every single brow out, and it actually stays. Like, this clear brow gel is legit. Now we're gonna jump into eyes. The one palette other than the Jaclyn Hill palette that I gravitate towards the most, or that I have in the last month, is the BPERFECT Carnival XL Pro palette. This one is what dreams are made of, you guys. I'm not even kidding. This palette is freaking huge. You have a plethora of colors, and for me, when it comes to colors, the tones of the colors in here are right up my alley. A lot of these are more on the cool tone to the neutral side, which I do appreciate because I do have a a lot of colorful palettes that are more on the warm tone side, but the colors that I gravitate towards the most, I will go in with any of the browns up here. I'll go in with like 2 of the shades and I'll deepen up the crease, and then I will always go in with this black shade here to go over my gel or pencil eyeliner. The mattes blend out so well, and they're not super pigmented to the point where like you have to always tap off the excess so that the color doesn't stick in one spot. You grab the product and you put it on and you can blend it out effortlessly. Like for this one, when I put on the matte shades on my eyes, I did not have one line. And as you guys know, in a couple of previous videos, I've had issues with blending out matte shades because there's that line and I can't get it to blend out. But the matte shades blend effortlessly in this palette. You can build colors on top of one another and you can still see the colors. So I love, love, love this palette. I've been obsessed with it lately. It's gonna be really hard to put this down because like there's just so much that you can do. For lashes, nothing new here. I went in with my Ardell Wispies. These are my go-to, but the one product that I will talk about is a lash glue. Now this one, again, was a surprise to me. I have this one as a backup just in case. I have an eyelash glue upstairs in my bag and I just didn't want to run upstairs, so I have been using this one almost every single video that I have been doing. This is by Shop Miss A. It's the AOA Studio Super Strip Lash Adhesive. Now this is only $1, you guys. This is only a freaking $1. When you put this on your lashes, I probably say not even like maybe 10 seconds. You stick this on and you can still move the lash around, but you can feel it sticking. It dries that fast. And when it does dry down, it is clear. The smell that it had before, that strong scent went away after like a month of having it. I cannot believe that I'm using this more than my Kiss lash glue. I literally can't believe it. And this is only $1. Only a freaking $1, you guys. So now we're gonna get into complexion. The first product that I have been using a lot of lately is because I have been getting a lot of pimples just randomly out of nowhere. I don't know why, because I don't typically get them, but I have been using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in light beige. I have been using this to spot conceal before I put on my foundation. I find that when you spot conceal first before you put on foundation, it covers up more and it's not as cakey looking. The stuff is so creamy. It blends out so well. It's really pigmented and it's really inexpensive. This one shouldn't be a surprise as well, and this was in September's favorites, I believe, or was it last month? I can't remember. But I'm giving this one a pass because it's a different color. Okay, it's a different color. So for foundation, I have the Dior Airflash in 321. Like I mentioned in my foundation video before, I do have 311 and this one is too dark. It is literally my exact match. I'm so happy that I actually matched myself with the correct shade. You guys already know that I love this. It's really lightweight on the skin. It is full coverage. You don't need a lot of it to apply. It doesn't accentuate texture. It doesn't accentuate fine lines or wrinkles. It is long wearing for sure. I did not mention that in the foundation video. I don't know why I didn't say that. When I do wear this to go out during the day or I wear this to go out during the night, it still looks flawless after like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of wearing this. The next product that I have is a concealer. This is by Rare Beauty. This is the, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Like liquid touch concealer or something. I don't know. I can't remember what it is. This one I have been gravitating more towards lately. With this product, a little goes a long way. You do not need a lot. I do love the packaging of it. I do love the applicator on this. I've never seen anything like it. It's kind of like a rectangular hoof or something like that. This is really creamy. It doesn't really crease up as much on me because I don't put a lot of concealer on. But what I love about this the most is that it brightens your under eyes. And I have really bad under eye circles, and I would say that this is definitely like in my top 5 for sure. Next, I'm gonna get into powders. As you guys know, I don't really use powders, but for some reason, I have been using these powders lately, and I don't know why. For under my eyes, I have been using the Beauty Bakerie Better Not Bitter Flour Powder. Is it the flour setting powder? This stuff is amazing. I'm gonna say it right now. It's gonna break my heart to say it. Really do love the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, but this takes the cake, man. Like this takes the cake, and it's not as expensive as that one. This one is so finely milled that when you put it on, it's like it's not there. Like you can't feel it under your under eyes. It's insane. And it does such a good job of covering everything up and mattifying everything. And it doesn't change the color of your under eyes. It's one thing that I cannot stand with some translucent powders or powders in general, that they do change your under eye color and it just looks terrible. But with this, that does not happen. Like this stuff is so, so good. And then another powder that I've been using a lot of lately, again, I've been using it in my forehead area, like right up here and on my chin. I have been using the Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder in 2N. Now the packaging is very simple. You wouldn't think that Dior would do something like this, but I don't mind the packaging. The embossed powder is really cute. It looks like a matte powder, but when you put it on, it has the most beautiful sheen to it. It's almost similar to the Hourglass powder, but for some reason I gravitate towards this one the most. You can kind of see it actually right now. It is mattified, but you can see a little bit of the sheen in there, and it is, oh my god, this is so gorgeous. For bronzer, this is really hard for me because I've been using the Kylie one nonstop lately. I'm not gonna lie, like that's just my favorite. I've been using it a lot lately, but I will show you guys my backup. So if I'm not using the Kylie one, I am using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer in 2 medium. You guys already know this is one of my favorites. I have panned it. Really love the color of this. This goes on smoothly. It doesn't get patchy. It doesn't get stuck in one spot. It's super easy to blend out, and it definitely leaves your skin looking more flawless than it was before. It's insane. I think it might be because it does have that hyaluronic acid in it, that it plumpens up your skin and it smooths everything out. Another thing that I really love about this is that you can grab a refill and pop it back in, and you can still use this beautiful, like, I mean, the packaging is gorgeous, but you can refill it and still use the same thing, and you don't have to throw this away. Now we're gonna get into blush. This was very unexpected. I did not expect to love this, because if you had watched my October Ipsy, you would have been like, you said you didn't like it. And I didn't, but typically when I don't like something, I usually give it so many more chances than I should. But I mean, in the end, I usually end up liking them because I find a way to make it work. But this is by Doucce, I'm not quite sure. This is the Posh Powder Palette. This has 3 highlighters and 3 blushes. Now the highlighters are really pretty in here. You do have these terracotta shades, and then you have this shade here that's kind of like a mauve pink shade. That's the one that I used. It is so, so beautiful. These blend out so well. Now these are a little bit more on the pigmented side, so when you do put your brush into these, you're gonna want to take off the excess, because if you don't, it is going to be clown city, like clown freaking city, man. You don't want to do that. So you're going to want to tap off the excess, and then you can go ahead and put it on. But this, just like, the colors are gorgeous. I was not expecting to love these terracotta shades here, but they are so, so pretty. And then next I have a highlighter that I have been grabbing in between some of my other highlighters. I have been rotating probably about like 3, 4, 5 highlighters, and this has been in the rotation lately. I did get this in my Ipsy as well. This is by Kvoss. This is the Heye lighter. It's the Luminous Highlighter Palette. This does have 3 shades in here. I haven't really used this dark shade here. It's too dark for me, so if anything, I would use it just as a lid shade. But the colors that I use the most are these 2 here. This is Sugar and this is Spice. I do mix these 2 shades here. That is what I'm wearing right now, and I think it is beautiful. It kind of gives like more of a neutral tone when I wear it. This is very icy. It is very bright and glowy and highlighty. Next, I have a mascara that I don't really talk about on my channel. It is one product that I use 100% all the time. There's not another product that I use other than this one since I have found it. This is by Thrive Cosmetics. This is the Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. So this is a tubing mascara. If you don't know what a tubing mascara is, it's pretty much a mascara that goes around your lashes and it stays there. And when you wash it off, it just falls right off. Now you don't need soap or like a facial cleanser to get it off. You could literally just use water, like warm water, and it comes right off. I remember I had worn this probably about like, I think it was like last summer, and this is all that I wore. I didn't wear anything on my face. It was during the summertime. I went to my friend's house and I forgot that I had this on, and I just went to her bathroom and I used warm water to wash it off, and I was good to go. Like there was no running, no nothing like that. That's why I like to use this mascara on my lower lash line, because there is no fallout, there is no flakiness, and it doesn't run. I don't see a lot of people talking about this product, but this is like my holy grail go-to bottom lash type mascara. Now we're gonna get into lip products. This is by NYX Cosmetics. This is the lip pencil. It just says lip pencil on here. The shade is Nutmeg. Now this one is very much like, if you've seen the Spice Nutmeg, it's literally the same exact color. It is a orangey, deeper brown shade. If I could compare this to any other lip liner that I have, it would definitely be Max Spice, except this one's a little darker and a little deeper. This is also quite creamy. It's not as creamy as, say, like a ColourPop lip pencil or a Kylie lip pencil, but for it being really inexpensive and a wooden lip pencil, it's pretty creamy. So the next two products I have here are by e.l.f. The first product I'm going to talk about is a lipstick. This lipstick, I have mentioned it in other videos as well, and I believe that it is one of Manny MUA's favorites, and that's how I had found it. This is the e.l.f. Seriously Matte Lipstick. It is in the color Creme. I freaking love this. This lipstick is the perfect nude shade that I've ever found at the drugstore. Like ever. Like even better than my Maybelline one that I had from the past. This is legit the best nude lipstick that I've ever found, and it's like $3, I think. It is a very, very matte. It is creamy without it being too creamy. The lipstick doesn't move around a lot and it doesn't break. I've already had my L'Oreal break. My KKW Beauty ones are so creamy that they do kind of move around a little bit, but in this one that does not do that. But yeah, really, really love this one. For lip gloss, this one is just my go-to lip gloss that I put over any type of nude lipstick. Again, I do have like a rotation of 3 or 4 nude lip glosses that I do go with. So the one that I'm talking about is by e.l.f. This is the Lip Plumping Gloss in Peach Bellini. I had discovered this one through my friend Laura Christina, who is also a YouTuber on here. This is so inexpensive. The color is so pretty. You can wear it on its own or over top of a lipstick. This is lip plumping. Now, I wouldn't say that it's like the best lip plumper, but you can feel the minty type stinging on your lips. It's not even really stinging. It just feels minty on your lips. I've been loving this one lately. It's a good go-to. And the last product that I have is a setting spray. Well, it's kind of like a setting spray and a fixing spray. This is by Milani. This is the Make It Last setting spray. I've had this one for a while because I do have a crap ton of setting sprays. If you guys had seen how much I have, you guys would be sickened. Like, it's disgusting. I wanted to try to use something other than my Charlotte Tilbury one. This one says that it has a 16-hour wear, and when I do use this, it does last a really long time. When you spray this on your face, whether it be in a primer aspect or you use it after when you set your makeup, you can feel it kind of tighten on your face, like the Charlotte Tilbury one, except it's not as strong. It smells really good. The mister isn't as fine as, say, like the Item Beauty one or the Morphe one or even the Morphe Dewy one. This is your typical mister. All right, guys, so that is it for my video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for beauty and lifestyle. Let me know if you guys have any favorites from this last month that you've been loving. I would love to have a conversation with you guys down below. As you guys know, like, it's always a back and forth thing with me. Like, you keep commenting, I'm gonna comment back because I just don't know when to stop talking, like right now. All right, guys, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh shit, oops. More than my kish. It doesn't, excuse me. It doesn't, excuse me.
Did you burp?
I did hear you burp. Hi. You washed your hair, right? What does that mean, your hair?
It's these nuts.
For this, what is on my tongue?